Hello, welcome to another video in the Learn to Trigger Intermediate series. Today I will be introducing you to the concept of QuestVarCeption. So, I've got a very basic setup here which you're going to be quite used to by now, as we've covered QuestVars in a reasonable amount of depth this series and last series. So I'm just adding one to a QuestVar called number, and I'm doing this until the number is 12. That's relatively straightforward. However, what I'm going to do next is something rather unusual. So, you know QuestVars have names. These names are strings, and strings can contain numbers, such as QV1, QV2, QVF, etc. However, what if I do this? So I've just pasted our code for getting the integer number of another QuestVar into the QuestVar name. I have performed QuestVarCeption. What this is going to do is it's going to say QV1, and it's going to keep going for every iteration. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to echo this QuestVar in the chat. Let's see what happens. So you'll see I've suddenly set 12 separate QuestVars to the number 10 with just that simple setup. That is QuestVarCeption. So you may be asking yourself, what can we do with this? What's the point of this? So what I've essentially done here is set multiple QuestVars at once with just this very basic trigger setup, and I could set as many QuestVars as I want with this sort of setup. So the reason this becomes useful is when we're looking at complex random events. If we have a large number of random events that we want to code very simply, or if we want to have a random event sequence that doesn't repeat. So usually with random events, what we do is we'd randomize a number between 1 and 10, and we just get that to print out all the time, and we get an array of numbers because this would work. What this can't do is generate a sequence of 10 numbers without having a repeat. This is how we can use QuestVarCeption in an example. So we can have a random number generating sequence that will never repeat and just output 10 values. How are we going to do this, you might ask? So what my suggestion for this would be is if we copy this code here. So we set our number to anywhere between 1 and 10, and then when that happens we modify a QuestVar with the string number by +1. If that QuestVar is 1, then we know that's already happened. If it's 2, then we know it's happened twice. So we can use a conditional QuestVar check here to check the number of this QuestVar. So it's QV with essentially lots of numbers after it equaling 1 to 10. We add 1 to it, so everything's going to be 1. However, if it is greater than 1, or 2 in this example, that means it's already been used. So if we say it is equal to 1, it hasn't been used, and we can then print out that number. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to echo the QuestVar number, and I'll talk you through this again. So I'm randomizing between 1 and 10. Every time that happens, I'm adding 1 to a QuestVar corresponding to the number of this QuestVar, and if that only happens once, we're printing the var. So this is going to randomly generate a sequence of numbers 1 to 10. Let's see it in action. There we go. So we've got our numbers 2, 7, 6, 5, 8, 1, 10, 3, 4, 9. So it's all the numbers between 1 and 10 which have been generated in a random sequence without repeating. If we do the scenario again, we'll see that it is indeed a random sequence because we're getting a completely different set of numbers coming down here. So, using this knowledge, this is quite advanced stuff, so I'd like to set a challenge for you now. So I'd like you to work on your own random number sequence in a worked example, and then, using the trig temp, have a look at what you've printed out and try and write your own trigger to do the same thing. That's all for this video. It's a very short one. In our basic series we had worked examples. In our intermediate series we're going to have challenges. So when you look at the next video, there's going to be a scenario. Have a look at the video introduction, and then I want you to actually work on the scenario, try and do it yourself before we see what I did and my solution there. So that was an introduction to QuestVarCeption and a small glimpse into the power that you can have with this. Those of you who've read and understood the data type videos will now begin to see the world of power that this can open by combining numbers into strings. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you're up for the challenge.